What's up, bro? Had another, I don't know if this is an epiphany, but I think that I figured out a better way to communicate something that I think is valuable. Could be valuable to you, the audience. It's about mindfulness and emotional control. And I'm proud to say that I have identified that my biggest weakness, well, amongst my biggest weaknesses, has been for many years lack of emotional control. And I thought that I was fucking super in control. But I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. So here's what I've experienced as a dude. When I was 13 to 15. I'd say more probably 14 and 15. In high school. Shy, insecure, timid, and bullied. And I desperately wanted acceptance. And I wanted acceptance from a lot of assholes who I should not have wanted it from. Shame on me for that, right? But I then developed into a leader, kind of. And instead of wanting to be accepted, I had my own group and I was bringing people in and making them feel accepted. And I had previously been very afraid of standing up for myself and fighting. And I went to the extreme and I was fighting all the time. And I was always looking to fight someone who I thought was a bully, because I thought that it was my job to teach bullies a lesson. It's quite an arrogant thought, and it led me to fighting a lot when I thought that someone was being a bully. And this is high school and college, and even post-college. In that time, I thought I was the alpha male. I thought that I was the fucking man everywhere that I went. How many other guys think that? Right? Come on. But I thought it, and I had to sometimes fight to prove it. And I think that's where a lot of insecurity comes in for men, because male culture has traditionally been a culture of, I mean, just watch Animal Planet, okay? What those lions are doing, we fucking do. Same shit. The apes, same shit. We're competing to be the alpha, because the alpha gets the most food and the most pussy. Okay, let's be real here. Let's break this down to real primitive desires. And it's kind of that way as a dude, except it's not most food. It's the most attention, if you desire attention like I do. Right? So the alpha's going to get the most attention and the most chicks. And so, wanting to be the alpha, needing to be the alpha, means that you constantly need to prove it. And in the moments when you're not feeling like the alpha, you're feeling like the beta. And that makes you insecure about who you are, about your manhood, your alphaness in that moment. So for all the dudes that want to be the alpha, every time they are reminded that they are not the alpha, they're going to be insecure. And most of these dudes, especially in aggressive alpha environments like sports and military, we don't like acknowledging that we are feeling insecure. We will fight that fucking word to the death Fuck, I'm not insecure. What? Fuck you, bro, I'm not insecure. Actually, you know what? Guys won't even say the word. They won't even say those words. They won't even say, I'm not insecure, because just by saying that is kind of like, you sure, buddy? Are you sure? So dudes won't even say that. So what do most dudes do when they actually feel insecure? They get mad. They get angry. They convert that emotion of insecurity, they convert that into anger, rage, energy. That's what I did. I was always channeling insecurity into anger. If I felt sadness, I would somehow find a way to channel that sadness into anger, because that gave me energy, and then I would go work out. And that was how I dealt with that emotion. So what do a lot of guys do when they feel insecure? They get angry, and then they want to lash out. So that's why guys go to start fights, right? You having a conversation with a guy, and you intellectually dominate him, and he realizes he feels like an idiot, so he feels insecure, and so his next move is to swole up and want to fight to regain his alpha status. He's been intellectually dominated, and now he needs to physically dominate someone in order to feel like he is the alpha and to remind everyone around him that he is the alpha. Well, what do men do with chicks when men feel insecure? They feel like less than the alpha, and they usually lash out at the chick. I've spoke about this in another video. Actually, I haven't posted it now that I think about it. What an idiot. I was just actually talking to Rocco about this shit. Big Rocco and I are on the same page about how veterans are usually the most insecure. It's the most insecure fucking population in America. I might be wrong, but there's a chance I could be right. Because if you're a veteran, you have a desire to be the alpha. And so that will naturally produce lots of insecurities. So now, what do guys do? They feel insecure around a woman. They will lash out at a woman and make her feel insecure, as a means of making himself feel better. Real weak, disgusting shit. And yet that's what guys do all the time, and I used to be guilty of that. And it all came down to that feeling of insecurity, because I had to be the alpha. So what am I working towards here? I'm working towards the ability to control our emotions. Emotional fucking control. When emotional control means that when you have that feeling of insecurity, that you're able to accept it, to identify it. Well, no, identify first. Then accept, this is how I'm feeling. Don't run from the truth, you fucking bitch-ass coward. Accept how you're feeling in that fucking moment. And as soon as you're able to accept how you actually feel in that moment, you now have the ability to control your next action. That's the fucking key here that so many people are missing. When you allow your emotions to run free in your own mind, when you're allowing your mind to just run toward, to chase whatever, maybe chase isn't the word. You're allowing it to just feel whatever emotion is coming to you. Then your actions are going to be dictated by your emotions. And for lots of people, I would argue most, since if you look at the world, most people are pathetic. Don't cry. Don't do it. Don't. So, most people allow themselves to be guided by their emotions. And let's be real here. What emotion are most people being guided by? It's fucking lust. Sexual urges is what most people just let themselves be controlled by. That's just one example. But I'm talking to military audience. Military audiences is fucking sexual culture, highly sexually charged environment, and that's fucking that leads us to for our behaviors to be guided by sexual emotions. That leads to a lot of fucking bad behaviors. You know, there's once upon a time I would miss out on sleep and all of the most important fucking things in life, all because I'm chasing a girl who lives an hour and a half away, and I gotta steal somebody's car to go because I'm gonna go get laid, and I'm putting in tons of shit at risk, like, you know, stealing the car, my relationship with either my parents, brother, friend that I'm taking the car from. You know, maybe I'm not registered, I don't have my license suspended, and I'm putting it all at risk because I have to go have sex. That's the kind of shit, right? Really allowing you to be controlled by your emotions. That's just one example. There's, you know, the desire for revenge, and there's the desire for love. There's this desire for acceptance, which is another emotion that I chased for so long. Put myself through a lot of pain to be accepted. When if I actually just stopped and looked back at what I was doing, I would have been like, I don't need this. And eventually I did. I finally got to that point, but it wasn't for a while. So think of your emotion as, or your brain as an elephant. And you are the driver of the elephant. You're a little tie guy sitting on top with a little stick, hitting the elephant as a means of controlling him the way that you would control a horse. I'm going to say elephant over horse, because I think that elephants, if I understand the analogy correctly, they're more stubborn and less able to control. If you lose control of an elephant, that thing is going wherever the fuck that thing wants to go. And you, as the person, you have no control over what that elephant is going to do. Well, if you're a person with the desire to control their emotions, and you're allowing your emotions to get a hold of you, it's like letting the elephant completely guide the journey. And the elephant's going to go where it wants to go. The elephant's horny, he's going to fucking go walk to chicks. The elephant is hungry, he's gonna go fucking walk to food. There's nothing that you can do about it. So, if you're finding that you're constantly doing things that are getting you into trouble, that are not good for your life, it's probably because you're allowing yourself to be guided by your emotion all the fucking time. And you need to get control of your fucking emotion. You need to get control of the elephant. If you don't make an effort to control where your thoughts go, then you're less likely to control where your emotions go. And as soon as your emotions start taking control, it's really fucking hard to stop them. Which is the importance of self-awareness and mindfulness and being like, okay, what am I feeling in this moment? Okay, as soon as you start to feel a significant emotion, you gotta fucking wrangle that shit. Get it fucking under control. Now that's the reactive form, and that's what this whole video has really been about, is identifying what you're feeling and how you're feeling it as a means of controlling your next action and not allowing yourself to continue feeling that. Sometimes if you're feeling really, really sad because grandma just died, which I'm going to feel at some point, at least acknowledge it. And if that's if it's a healthy emotion, then by all means allow yourself to continue feeling it. Just be aware of what you're feeling. I think if people could get control of their emotions, then they would have much less destructive behaviors. Maybe that's a complete no-brainer, but just looking at all of you fucks out there who are putting down a 6-pack each night, why? Why are you putting down a 6-pack each night? I'll give you a fucking fantastic example. You guys ready for this shit? So I had this buddy. He was in the Army, and he was in the Air Wing. So he had he's a helicopter mechanic in the Army, and he always had he was taking sleeping pills to go to sleep and drinking a fucking 6-pack each night and cheating on his fucking girlfriend, like he's just having a fucking, like he's fucking, 18 years old, just being a dirtbag, having a blast. And I'm like, dude, why are you having fucking sleeping pills every night? He's like, well, I can't sleep. Why are you drinking that, 6-pack every night, or 12-pack each night? I was like, fucking gotta go to sleep, man. I'm like, well, that's probably not, there's probably some other reason why you can't sleep. And he's been blaming this shit on PTSD from when he was in Iraq from many years ago. And then come to find out, through conversation recently, he opened up about it and he was like, yeah, it's not from Iraq. It's because I'm so fucking nervous of getting caught cheating that the only way I can go to sleep and calm my nerves is to fucking drink and take these pills. And it's like, wow. There it is. There it fucking is. There's the root of the emotion that's leading to the behavior. And that emotion is coming from another fucking behavior. Why are you constantly cheating? Because I have to fucking, I want to change culture here. Girls will have sex with you knowing that there's no commitment. They will. They absolutely will. Because girls are conditioned nowadays to just not trust guys. Because they're so used to guys saying, yeah, they'll be committed, and then catching them cheating every single fucking time. Every time. So, if dudes start just being open and honest, like right off the bat, like, no, I don't want commitment, but like, I'd still like to hook up. Eventually, some of these chicks are going to be like, yeah, actually, I feel more comfortable with that, knowing that you're being honest with me, than these other 3 guys that I'm talking to, none of whom do I have a really good sense that they're going to commit to me. So, I think if dudes just started being way more fucking open about this shit, and chicks stop being fucking stupid and like thinking like you're going to be a slut if you don't have commitment, you hook up. You don't have commitment as it is. None of these dudes are fucking faithful to you. None of them. So stop. Stop. Everyone's lying, and it's fucking disgusting. And I wish that would stop, because I'm like, I see it so often. Just people in relationships lying. That it's like, let's all hold on a second here. Let's acknowledge right now that everyone has been in a relationship, is in a relationship, is surrounded by relationships where there's cheating. Everyone, just across the board. Let's accept that as, that's just kind of the standard. And let's just stop putting ourselves in positions for lying. And let's be honest. Like, yeah, I'm fucking young and I'm just trying to hook up. I'm just trying to bust a motherfucking nut and have a good time. Like, and if everyone can acknowledge that, then I think everyone would be so much better off. And then there'd be less lying. Because as soon as you're lying, then you believe that everyone else is lying. So now you're jealous immediately. Everyone's jealous and insecure because everyone thinks that everyone's lying. That lack of trust leads to jealousy and insecurity across the board. So we could fix that, like fucking right now. If everyone was just stand up, make a pact to just be open about not wanting commitment. Let's just fucking try that. How many emotions could that fucking unfuck? Wow, I can't believe this will talk about just emotions and shit led to this. This could be a thing. This could totally be a thing across the board. Just everyone Stop. Take off the Bumble thing looking for relationship. Shut up. Just stop. It's fucking pathetic. You know how many fucking... Oh, God. It's just really fucking stupid, guys. Just accept that, like, everyone has, like, the desire, a sexual desire, and a desire to feel fucking affection and feel loved, and that you don't need a commitment in order to feel that. You really don't. Try it. And then less lying, less jealousy, less insecurity, less treating people like shit. I think that's a start. That's where it all comes from, actually. Because everyone's driven by fucking sex. Everyone's in sex and love. Everyone's lying. Everyone's jealous and insecure. Leads to more fucking shitty behaviors. Boom. Did I just fucking solve world problems? Fuck yeah, I did. It's not even noon. I was going to say something different, and I'm not going to. So, if you agree with this, put something in the comments that could be valuable to others, and yeah, let me know what you think. And then also subscribe to this YouTube channel, and subscribe to VetTV because all this shit's going to be on VetTV. Changing culture for the better. Yeah, let's fucking do it.